deciso di fare il master perché è già tempo che stavo cercando qualcosa nel private banking, qualche esperienza comunque all'estero dove ho fatto la triennale a Milano, e quando ho trovato questo master in Lussemburgo, che è uno dei centri per il private banking, ho detto perché non provarci. The teaching staff is quite interesting because it's a mixture of academics and professionals. The academics tell you which is the underlying assumption behind the theory, which is quite young in wealth management and private banking. And the professionals give you a flair of what is outside there, so that you can really plan your career while you're still studying. The curriculum is a combination of more financially related topics and law and clients related topics. The interesting thing is that wealth management is about managing the client while sort of helping him in discovering the financial world, so managing his own wealth. The curriculum was interesting because we had different blocks that were giving you a sort of financial basics, so investment, equities, bonds, derivatives, structured products, and understanding on how do you behave with the client, so behavioral studies and sort of how do you transmit the willingness to help the client, because you're not talking about selling apples, but you're talking about helping a person in managing his wealth. And of course there was an interesting module in law and regulation, especially taxation, which can be of concern for international high net worth individuals. One of the interesting aspects I experienced is the networking events, networking initiatives, because the school helps you in getting in the industry, which in Luxembourg is a very related industry. The financial world works all together with the political, and the country is very small. That helps you a lot when you want to get to know people. And this, of course, is a very big advantage when you're looking for the first internship, the first job experience. The mentorship program allows students to be mentored by a professional in the industry, usually a private banker or an executive from the Luxembourg banks. In my case, I've been quite lucky. My mentor was very available, he helped me a lot, he gave me guidelines, and he was very friendly. That's very important because these people live in Luxembourg since a long time, they work here, and they know everything. So it's the best guide you can have to find your future here. The combination of academic and professional experience you have during the master gives you already a first step into the industry. So it's very important that you're not studying books all the time, but you live wealth management in Luxembourg. So when you start working for your internship, you already have a flair, you already have an understanding what is required out there. And that is very key. I mean, the practical aspects are very key because it's a bridge between a student and a professional. I'm doing my internship right now in a Luxembourgish bank in the strategy department, and it's very interesting because I'm seeing everything in the bank, how it works, how the private bank, the private side of the bank, manage clients, products, portfolio management, and how they interact with the professional in Luxembourg. In particular, I think that the banks in Luxembourg are willing to take interns and grow their abilities and skills, because for them having a pool of talents in the school, Luxembourg School of Finance, is something very valuable. During my internship, I found that I feel myself confident when talking about investment issue or legal issue, because the master gives you a very broad understanding of wealth management. So when you deal with portfolio managers, product officer, compliance officer, you can sort of sustain the discussion because the master gives you a strong background in several topics. When I first entered the class, I was surprised about the variety of nationalities and country of origins of my classmates. Many come from Asia, somebody from Africa, and of course from Europe. We got even a woman from Iceland, which is a country I never been to. I never met an Icelandese in my life. And that was very interesting because you get to know people, you are pushed to interact with different cultures. And that, of course, is the key thing for a future wealth manager, because you will have to deal with international clients and especially citizens of the world, which is what is about ultra high net worth individual, for example. Living in Luxembourg is very interesting because even if it's a small country, you have all nationalities here, not only European, but very all nationalities. People speak 4 languages and the country is very open. And right now is developing a lot because Luxembourg is facing the new millennium with investment in infrastructure, especially digital industry is growing, the biotechnology. So you don't find only finance, even though it's a financial hub, but you find every kind of topics here, every kind of industry. The trip to Singapore was the cherry on the cake of the master because it was at the end of everything, after the exams of course, and we have been to Singapore Management University, which is one of the best universities there. We sort of got to know how private banking is in Asia and met a lot of people, professionals and professors there. So it was very interesting to integrate the master, which is based mainly on European style private banking, with Singapore University, which is Asian private banking. L'esperienza con Luxembourg è stata fantastica, ho avuto modo di conoscere tutti gli aspetti del wealth management, di conoscere persone che sono cittadini del mondo perché Lussemburgo è una città internazionale e spero di vedervi presto a Lussemburgo.